Ever wonder what it's like to live in a cozy New England cottage? Join us as we transform our simple ranch home into a comfy cottage. Each week, we work towards improving, maintaining, and beautifying our home and garden, all on a tight budget.
So this week we are tackling a certain part of our office, mainly this wall where the desks are. We have just inherited a new desk, and a larger desk than this one here. It's going to be Jake's desk. He needs a lot more room than he has here. As you can see, we have extra tables on the side and whatnot. So we've got a nice bigger desk to come in, and it will kind of match this other desk. And we're going to build some shelving for the upper wall here to store some of the many things we have going on in here. We've got a whole shelving unit over here that will probably be replaced by the shelving on the wall. But mainly, this desk is going to get replaced. But the problem with that is it's a little bit too large for the door that enters the office. So I'm going to have to remove the door frame in order to get it in here. Hi there.
Hi everyone. If you're new here, I'm Gina.
And I'm Paul.
Yes, but welcome back if you're not. And if you are new, welcome. We have a video for you today, and it's going to be indoors because we've been outdoors for the whole season.
All season long, which has been fantastic. It's time to start focusing on inside stuff. The weather's starting to turn, and we've got stuff to do inside. Yes.
So what are we doing today, Paul?
The office.
Yes.
We've got some organizing to do in the office.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we have this room that used to be our daughter's room. It's been a guest room and an office. We are in an office now. And we have 2 desks in there, and they're 2 very large desks.
One of them just got replaced. The one our son has been using has been too small for him, so we just got a larger one. It's fantastic and plenty of room. Handed down from a family member, so it's got some sentimental value as well. What we're planning on doing this week is building a built-in type shelving unit, right?
Well, that was the hope, a built-in. But the problem is these desks are too large. So we sat down and drew this out. I think it's going to be a cabinet, a free-flowing cabinet on the top. And then we need something for in between the desks.
Definitely that, yes. Something to corral that area between the 2 desks. There's an awkward space. Building a cabinet in between it would allow some more, some extra desk space, especially for our son who needs space for an extra monitor and that sort of thing.
Yeah, so our son is an editor and publisher for our channel. He runs his own business on as well as his main job, and he has many monitors, so he needs that. And there's just, even though the desk is really large, we need an extra space for an extra monitor. He actually has 2 offices. He has one downstairs that usually he does his music in. Oh yeah, he does music too. He's pretty amazing. So he does. So he does that downstairs, but he has, we all do our work upstairs, and we want it bright and cheery in there. We like the colors that are in there. We're not going to go full on redo of the office. We're doing it kind of a little at a time because it's so much work. We need to focus on it little at a time. Right now, we have stuff everywhere, so we want to corral it and organize it nicely. So this will make it look much more sleek, much more finished. And we would have loved a built-in. I really wanted the look of that. I thought it would have looked cool. However, these desks are enormous.
I think it would close in the room too much to have the whole wall of a built-in shelf.
And we can't just do it because of the desk. It's also there's this awkward window off to the left.
That window,
and it just kind of throws everything off. So we think the best thing will be just a cabinet pretty much over our desk. Yeah, some kind of that. And then, like Paul said, a table in between. We need to corral those cords. There's so many cords. But also, we have like a shredder. We have all kinds of things. And we just want it to look like there's this hopefully anyway, we can get it to look like it's all one space. But yet, you see the separation. So, that's our goal. We're very excited.
We are. Now, for the past month or 2, I've been collecting various bookcases and shelving units from the side of the road or marketplace for free, in the hopes of using those materials to build this custom unit we're going to be making. So really excited about that. I'm really pumped to get going. This is going to be a great project.
I think it's going to be great, and I'm very excited about it. If you're new to this channel, and if you just wondered, we always reduce, reuse, recycle. We definitely, that's one of our big mottos.
Save the planet.
It really is very good for our planet. And sometimes we find really beautiful things that are just way better than buying it brand new. Some of the things made are not made well these days. So we go for that. We really like that vintage look anyway. And we like to reuse. Sometimes we'll take apart something that's just falling apart, but there's some really good parts to it. So we've been collecting bookcases and whatnot. We're kind of reconfiguring everything. This guy's really good at that. I'll throw all kinds of things his way. And that's usually our first go-to, is to find items that we can use a piece from this, we can use that from that. And then we'll look for trim and whatnot. By some miracle, someone was actually getting rid of trim on Facebook Marketplace. So that worked out beautifully. We really keep our eyes peeled for these kind of things. We're always looking to save money and save our planet. When someone would just maybe scoop it up and throw it in the trash, we're the ones looking for it. We are very particular too. We don't just pick up any junk around. And I think that's been a thing that people have thought in our family, that we just grab whatever. That's not. We are not dumpster divers. We are not like that. And we will not usually pick up fabric furniture of any kind. But if it's a piece of wood furniture, or it's something that people are getting rid of on Marketplace, and we think we can use a part of it, I'll always game for that. We have found some really beautiful pieces and redone them. So this project hopefully will be pretty free, because even the paint is something we have on hand. And we have 2 different options for paint. One we've used on our son's office downstairs, which is also his music studio. And one, we have some samples. And one we kind of created by mixing some paints, which we love to do that as well. We've created some beautiful colors by doing that. So that is the thought, to do a quick cabinet shelf of some kind. And I think we're going to put a long shelf going across it, just so we can place baskets and whatnot. And then maybe, and we talked about that in between, that little shelf in between. So we're very excited. It'll help corral a lot of things and have a place for everything, instead of just randomly sitting about. But little by little, we're fixing up that room. We're only working on that this week, but it is going to be a task.
It is. There's a lot involved, but we've got this.
So if you are new to this channel and you like what you see, please press the like button. Or even if you're not new to this channel, if you like this type of video, because it lets us know what you're liking, what to keep posting. But also, if you're new, please consider subscribing because it really helps support our channel. We are a small channel trying to grow, and we really do appreciate your support. So thank you.
Absolutely free, by the way.
Absolutely free
to subscribe. So please, and we love to have you along for the ride. So.
Yes, and thanks for watching. Thanks for your
yeah.
support. We really appreciate you. We hope you're enjoying the fall, and we're gonna get to this part. Let's get to it.
Let's do this.
Okay, for our office organizing system that I'll be building, I'm going to be using materials from these shelving units that we've been collecting over the past couple of months, maybe the past month. I've got 3 different shelving units that I'll be using materials from to make our built-in. So let's start by taking the backs off of these things, and we'll get them outside to cut them and sand them.
I have a collection of things. I have a collection of baskets that I had on hand. I was going to order some baskets and I just wasn't finding a matching pair for a good enough price that seemed to match what I'm trying to do on the top of these cabinets here. So I'm going to go with the ones I have in hand, which I really like the look of, and I think they'll look really nice on the top of these cabinets. So I've put a few of my son's things away because we share this office with him. This is his more work office. He does have a music production and editing and a video editing and publishing office downstairs where he can get quiet and soundproofing. And up here is more for his day-to-day job where he works up here. And so also he does some art and whatnot here and there. So I have his art supplies here. And I have up there, he has a basket right here of various snacks when he can't leave in the middle of a meeting. So we have his snacks here in the basket hidden if he needs access to them. If he's in the middle of a meeting and can't leave the room, he needs snacks, that's the room. That's the basket there. And a little mug, an old mug that he never uses anymore. It's just kind of an awkward mug, but it looks like an amp piece. It's really cute because he's into music, but he keeps his pens and pencils and some things on crystals and stones that was gifted to him because he loves to collect that. Here we have a lot of his art supplies. And in this basket right here, like things like a stapler, hand sanitizer, and some office equipment. I'm going to keep that in a basket up above if we need to access it because it's not an everyday access type of thing. Jacob loves finds like we do, and he went to a tag sale, and it's not quite working right now because it needs a good battery, but that is not the time. But this cute little shelf clock, it's little, and we thought that would look cute in the middle there. So as of this moment, I have nothing to place in the next basket, but I want to match the look of that basket. But eventually there's going to be some things, believe me, things turn up that we need to store. So for now, just to balance it out, I'm going to do the other basket that matches. So on this side I have my son's books on comic strips and whatnot, and we have some classic books, and we have some nice books here and some old People's and Time Life magazines. And I just kept a few pictures and our pencils and pens up there. So this is what I have so far, and I'm going to place some classic books in between some decor on these glass shelves.
So I mounted a couple of power strips on the back, on the wall over there. That's going to help wrangle some of the cords. We haven't obviously tackled that yet, but those are in place for when we need them. And now I'm going to attach my door. I just put a couple of hinges on here. I'm going to screw that in now and mount this door. Next I'm going to mount this handle. We had spray painted it gold to match the rest of the trim that's up on the shelves up there. So it's going to go here. We already have one hole in the door here. So the shortest screws I had for this handle are still too long for this thin door. So I'm just going to put some washers on there to bump it out to make it work. Now I've got a magnetic clasp to hold this door shut. Install that now.
So I just cleaned off the desk and we're about to disconnect this lamp. I really love this lamp as much as we like it. We're going to move it to a different spot. Paul has attached a timer to it, so it automatically goes on at night, which is very nice. It's a soft light that just keeps it lit in here for if we need to come in and out, or just for safety measures to have the light on. It's very nice. So we've clipped some snowballs from our snowball bush, and I really like this for the fall. They really have these pinkish, burnt umber sort of look, but the pink is really nice for fall. I love having snowball bushes. It looks so pretty. So we're almost finished. We just have a few finishing touches to do. So this piece that Paul made, we were hoping to match it, and then it just wasn't working out. It is very, very different in color. It does the job. It's doing what we need it to do. It is very, very rustic and plain. We didn't want to get too fancy with it. But eventually we're probably going to try to either paint it or match the color. But for now, it's doing its job. And we have that done. And it really helps with his extra monitor and the housing, the wires behind there, hiding that and housing the shredder. And we have everything cleared up and nice and organized. And right here, we have it organized how we need it. And there we go. So what I want to do before I'm finished is we have this Dollar Tree pumpkin in there that I use to just decorate. It's bugging me. It looks really cheapy. So what I'm going to do is actually paint it a brown color and replace the top on that. And I might just add a few extra touches, but for the most part, we are finished. And I will show that at the very, very end. But I'm pretty excited that everything's corralled and looking nice and neat. And it seems much bigger in here because we got rid of this bookcase that was here. So that's really great. So we have this empty wall. Right now, we're just leaving it as is. So the pumpkin that I had up there that was like this white styrofoamy pumpkin, I just painted brown. Well, with that brown spray paint, if you remember, if you've been watching our videos, the past one we had where we did the porch, the patio, I did a jack-o'-lantern with a spray paint by Rust-Oleum, and the color is nutmeg. So I decided to use that again. And I also had some corks that I've been saving for years. So I put that instead of the cheapy stem that they put on, and I just like it a lot better. I put this on the bottom for now because it seems like it's coming off a little bit. And I just want it to dry on that. And once it's dry, it's a little tacky now, but once it's dry, I'm going to touch that up, and I'm going to probably do another coat because it needs a little coat. But I just wanted to show you the idea of what I was going to do because I'm going to wrap up this video. I just wanted to show you what it's going to look like, but I'm going to place this in the cabinet for now, and I'm going to touch that up later. So what we had done were the knobs, did a little decor in there. I'm still debating what I want to do in here per se, but for now it's like this. But I know through time we're going to be adding things. This is just what's in there now. I'm going to back up so you can see the whole thing. And sorry about the shakiness of the camera. But basically, we wanted to show you how it's somewhat going to be, but I like it so much better. And now, like I had shown before, this wall is now empty. It doesn't have that bookcase, and we have much cleaner tops. Everything is much more organized. It was a mess, and I was so embarrassed I couldn't even show you how bad it had gotten. It became a dropping point for everyone to just kind of a dumping ground almost, to dump all the papers in there. We'll get to it when we get to it. It was very, very messy and just, what's the word I'm looking for? Cluttered, I guess. And this is great because it houses, hides the cords and houses the shredder. And we have I just want to point out, look at my beautiful snowballs. They get so pretty this time of year, and every year it's just slightly different. Something with the soil, it just looks so beautiful, and all depends on the weather, and when it's just lovely. But anyway, that is the finished product. We're still probably, this is all we're doing for now. We are going to be working on the office little by little throughout the fall and winter. It will be finished come spring, but right now, I have so many projects going on right now that we had to take care of this now, but we want to take a step back and do other things. But eventually we're going to add window treatments to our windows. We're going to have matching chairs. If you can see my son under here, we found this on Marketplace. It works beautifully, but it's like a bike just for the feet, because we can't fit a whole exercise bike here, and we'll probably use it once in a while too. But anyway, he sits at his desk all the time for his job and also for editing and publishing and whatnot. So we wanted to make sure he had gotten some circulation in his legs and also had gotten some exercise in general. So and he does take frequent breaks throughout the day, but this was a great investment. If you ever find it on Facebook Marketplace and it's in excellent condition, or you just want to buy it brand new, that's a great thing to have. He really loves it. But anyway, we'll be getting some chairs, matching chairs eventually. And there's just little things that we're going to be adding that'll make this complete. But right now, this is step one in finishing it up. And I'm thrilled how these two desks are separated, but it brings it together. And it's not quite cohesive because we have, this was passed down to my son through a family member who passed, and it's very special to him. And then we have this desk that was given to me by an ex-teacher that was my mother's good friend, and then Paul made this. So there's 3 different tones going on here, but for now it's fine. We'll decide later what we're going to do. And of course we want window treatments for this as well. So far the color is staying because I'm just not going to deal with that. And this treatment, if you were here with us for a while, about a year and a half ago maybe, we had done these walls with hopefully it looked like wallpaper. To us it does, but it's actually a treatment we painstakingly had done. We had a lot of fun doing it though. We laughed really hard and had a great time. But it was a wallpaper that we had liked, so we decided to mimic it. It's staying on the wall for now until we decide what we're doing. But we're getting there. This is just one side of the office. The other sides, we have this cabinet, which we did bring some of the decor over here, and the lamp on a timer over here for in the evenings. And we have a little bit of a mess going on here, a little bit of the organizing in here. I have some exercise equipment, my son's guitar, which is very nice to see him play. And this will eventually have a door on it, but we have kind of a mess right here. But the rest of it's still very organized that we had done weeks ago. And we're going to add a door here. So we're also going to redo the floors. I'm going to move back around here. We're going to redo the floors, and we'll pull it all together. But hopefully you enjoyed this episode. If you do like this video, please press a thumbs up and please consider subscribing. And thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you next week.